Hello, am I audible here? Okay, some of you are saying that I'm not audible. Am I audible now? Okay, great. So let me help others who can. Okay. So how many of you are joining here for the first time? Type me in the chat box. Yeah. Okay, so this program is part of a bigger course, which is the blockchain bronze. And here we are going to give you the basics of it. And towards the end of this session, we'll have a little more confidence in you, making you feel that this particular technology is not something complex, right? Okay, so yesterday in the the session, we have understood the evolution of blockchain, the basics of it, and the fundamentals of it, how currency evolved, how there was a need for cryptocurrency, and a little about the 2008 financial crisis. Okay, so today's session we are going to learn a little about encryption and hashing. Okay, so what are we doing here is trying to understand encryption. Encryption is nothing but whenever you want to send a message to someone, you kind of codify it so that only the other person understands, right? So this can happen within your regular context also. If you want only one person to understand a message, there's a secret between you and that particular person. Only then, that message is encrypted and others cannot read it, right? So that is encryption. So how many people understood encryption portion of it, right? Type U in the chat box, right? People who are watching on YouTube, you can see that there is a Zoom link in this session. You can click there and join directly into the Zoom session. Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much, Supriya, for joining in Zoom. Great. Yes, a lot of people come. That's really nice. So this is encryption in simple terms. Now, what is public key encryption, right? So we talked about blockchain, secure, a lot of things about it. So we'll also understand how does this work. And for example, there's a message that person A has sent to person B. So, and we do not want the world to know what this message is. Only B should be able to use it. So he'll be using a key or a secret to decrypt that particular message. So this is public key encryption in simple language, right? So how many of you have understood what is public key encryption, right? Type U in the chat box. Yes. Thanks, Shweta. Thanks, Roshni. Thanks, Raja. Thanks, Priyanka. Okay, that's great. Okay, so till here, clear, right? So that's great. So now we use something called hash functions, right? So what is a hash function? Any function where you give an input X and it is going to return a fixed length value, right? For example, now if you want to send a message to someone and you want to encrypt it, right? You want to encrypt it, you will be using these functions to encrypt that particular language so that it could be decrypted only by that particular person, right? So this is what a hash function is, and we understood what is encryption, right? So how many of you understood hash function? It is nothing but a function which is going to convert your input into something that could be that is a little complex, right? It is going to be a single fixed length summary value. So we'll understand a little about hash, going forward. So, give me a U if you understood this in the chat box, right? So let me check where that friends on YouTube. Yes, Anurag. So Thanks for bringing that up. So we'll also let you know a little about our program and all those things, especially more details on day 5, right? So currently, let me just give you a glimpse of what we cover in our bigger course also. So Anurag Ban asks, want to enroll in blockchain program, how can I enroll, right? So Ahmed says, yes, he is understood. That is great. Okay, so let me go back to my presentation. Okay, so because Anurag has asked, let me also share. Just give it. Share a screen here. Yeah, I've filled up the portal. Right. So how many of you are able to see my screen? Great. So this is the curriculum of the blockchain course, right? Here we cover from the basics of it. Like we have mentioned, this particular 5-day is a part of this bigger course. Now you can see that we cover in very detailed at length what we are trying to cover here in 20 minutes. There it is covered at length at 3 hours or more, right? So that's how it is. And we cover a lot of things about hashing, public key crypto systems in detail, right? Where our experienced Professor Pandurangan, also explains it at a very great length, right? So that is the course. That is more details about the course, right? So let me show you our own program right now. Great. Okay, so I hope Anurag that answers that question. Right. Now, towards the day 5, we are going to learn a little bit more about the program as well. Thanks for asking. Okay. Right. So we were we were looking at hash functions here. Okay. Great. Now, let us understand a little more about hash functions that are used in Bitcoin. Right. So now we use this function, which is the SHA-256. Okay, so now this SHA-256 is a hashing function which gives a standard output of 256 bit, right? So we'll also understand a little bit about it. I'll also be sharing the link for this tool. More details have been covered, like what is SHA, what SHA-256, and how does it compress, and all those details are also covered at a deeper length in our bigger course as well. But for now, it will be easier for you to understand if I show you a demo, right? For example, I'm going to share this particular link on Zoom, and I'm also going to share this on YouTube, right? So you can use this particular link here. To know the hash function for everything. Okay. So this tool, how does it work? Let me show. It's a very simple way. You can understand how a hash function works, and you can do it manually also. But now these tools help you in doing it in a quicker way, right? Okay, so let me open this here. Okay, so now if you see, there are a lot of SHA functions and all, but the Bitcoin uses SHA-256. For example, if I type in AAAA, 4-letter, this input is now converted using the SHA-256 hash function, and this is the output, right? So now if you see, this particular output varies, even there is a smaller change in the message. Like for example, instead of AAA, I'm going to make it AAAB, right? Even if I'm going to make a small change, the whole output becomes different, right? So there are a lot of combinations that can happen, and based upon the message, a different message, there will be a different hash that gets generated. Okay. So how many of you have understood what is hashing and how we can do how can we generate a hash using this online tool, right? Type U in the chat box. Great. Okay, thank you so much, Rahul. That's great. Amazing. Right. So now let's get back to our presentation. Okay, so this particular link has been shared on the chat. Okay, let me show it once again. So this particular link, if you open it in a browser, Abbas, I hope it is visible now. Okay, right. So this is the link. Now, whatever message you type, it gets hashed. Okay, I'm going to say A. So you can see that there is a hash. If I type any word, let's just say I'm typing Sachi, there is a hash for that. Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Abbas. Okay, so that is hashing, and we'll also see in detail about how this is used in our coming days. But now you know that what is encryption and what is hashing, right? So this is the function. This is the hashing is something that is there that will help in the encryption of your transaction, the message, whatever is held at each particular node, right? So how many of you are clear till now, right? I see in the chat box. Yes, I'm glad. Thanks. Okay. I hope it was visible now. Great. Amazing. Hey, Siddhant. Thank you so much for joining day 2. Great. Okay. So people who have missed day 1, yeah. So we have covered, the basics, how the origin of cryptocurrency. Let me just do a quick recap. I'll also be share. You can also, see and join our WhatsApp group. Let me share the link to our WhatsApp group here. Okay. People who are already in the group will be sharing with you a form link. There'll be a very short quiz based upon today's learnings. You can go ahead and complete the quiz as well, right? So this is the link to the chat. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope today's session, made it a little clear on what is encryption and hashing. Great. Okay. So any questions? Any questions? You can let me know if there are any questions based upon what we have covered today. Great. Abbas, you want to ask anything?
Actually, I missed the initial part due to non-audibility. So, can you please a brief description on that part?
Yeah. So, what portion did you miss, Abbas? Can you can you tell a little about which city you're from and what is your current background?
Basically, I am from Maharashtra. My place name is Karad. I'm working in Bangalore as a data engineer.
That's great.
And I'm associated with the data migration project.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
So, were you able to attend yesterday's session?
Yeah. Yesterday it was a very good and very clear session, but today we got some trouble.
So that was audio challenge that you're telling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
That is the reason I missed the initial some parts.
Correct.
Some
So
part.
I have repeated that again. So if you have heard, when the audio was clear, I
Okay.
think you've covered everything.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay. Okay.
we discussed about encryption and hashing. I hope encryption and hashing are clear to you now.
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much, Abha.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had any other question apart from that missing, but you did not miss anything. If that is the question, you're good. Okay.
No, I'm good.
Amazing. Okay. So, what we are going to do now is we are going to conclude today's session with the whole no career whole no. We are going to do it, and post that we will continue joining on each of the days. And on the 5th day, we'll have our graduation day, where we'll also talk about what could be your prospects in blockchain, and how you can become part of this bigger economy. Okay, great. And the industry as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the whole no. Okay, so I would request everybody to close your eyes and repeat after me. You would have to say it out loud. Okay, so this is the career ho. Relax your breath. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Relax your feet. I am responsible for myself and my career. I am responsible for myself and my career. I'm really sorry, my dear career, for not taking care of you. Please forgive me, my dear career, for putting so much stress on you. Please forgive me, my dear career, for not giving you enough time and practice. Thank you, dear career, in spite of all the situations, for fulfilling all my needs. Thank you, dear career, for fulfilling all your duties. Thank you so much. I know that I have not told you many times. I love you, my dear career, even in your current situation and in any situation. Okay. So open your eyes and rub your hands and put that energy to your face. Great. Okay. Thanks for joining in for yet another session. Great. So we'll join back again tomorrow at the same time, and all the details will be shared on the group itself. We'll be sharing a link to the quiz for today, and I request you to take it and submit. Put up a screenshot on the group itself so that everybody else can also get inspired and go ahead and proceed. Right. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, looking forward to meet you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.